I don't know what my problem was. I should have tried this Alyssa Edwards palette out way sooner than this. I look good. Oh, hey. Hi. It's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of Drag Race Holland Season 1, Episode 4. Before I get started, I just want to send a shout out to this week's Redbubble model, James Montgomery. Look at him there in his Kiss of the Fingerdoo shirt. Not only is that a fabulous shirt, but it's a limited time availability. It's only available until the 31st of October, Halloween. November 1st, gone. So if you want this one, we also have the 50-foot Wilma and the Bride of Fingerdoo. Those three designs by Denise Gernaud are only available until the 31st of October. Of course, you can still continue to buy her fabulous Wilma prints, which are part of the Rainbow Railroad collection on my Redbubble page. We're raising money for Rainbow Railroad. If you would like to help some people out on an international level, then here's your chance to do it. All the links are down below, including my tipper dues and my Patreon links if you'd like to support me or the channel. All right, so let's get to it. Hey, drink me. Oh, look, my favorite, another easy margarita. Is that what we're calling them? Because lazy margarita sounds racist. I'm just gonna say it. Oh my God, I'll never get tired of that. That plane is very low. Every time I hear a low plane, it's still a long time after the fact that I worry. So normally we start the episode off by saying goodbye to whichever queen it was that they just kicked off, but that was not the case this week. This week we started the episode off by watching Sergine and Abby, OMG, go at it hard. See, what had happened was that Sergine took offense at Little Miss Abby's so-called dismissive wave after being safe last week on the runway. By the way, dismissive wave was my drag queen name in high school. Personally, I was staring at Abby's tight tushy, so I missed all that. I'm still staring at it. You can practically hear it squeak when she walks. But from Sergine's point of view, all she saw was... And apparently, that's all it took. Now, I don't know what it was that Sergine said. It either happened off camera or it got lost in translation, but it must have been good because suddenly Abby was yelling at Sergine for insulting her and told her to get her big Belgian butt back to Antwerp, which is a way bigger insult than it sounds. Sergine kept cool and calm, mostly because she was being shady. Be nice, especially in that outfit. I don't know who I'm more impressed with, Sergine for being that cold or Maddie Madness for calling her out on it. I'm so serious. I'll tell you this, I agree with Sergine. If Abby had put that passion into the acting challenge, they wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm so serious. And then we said goodbye to Megan Schoenbrod, finally. All the girls were sorry to see Megan go and congratulated Abby's lip sync win with another butt shot. Hey, I'm okay with it. Mama Queen also got praised for her first win, but she wisely kept the celebrating on the DL. She could feel the tension in the room rising as their numbers dwindled. Maddie was very aware that the other queens wanted her to go home, mostly because, well, they told her to her face. Rude. But what was even ruder was Abby saying that Maddie would have to work twice as hard, which more or less meant shave the beard. Is that the problem they're all having with Maddie, that she has a beard? That's sad. I'm so glad Sergine and Abby had that on-camera makeup moment because the fact that everyone was acting like it never happened was starting to scare me. Check the hotel for pods. But no, Sergine tried to blow off her attack on Abby with the standard, I have no filter, while Abby tried to sell us on the idea that she wasn't waving the queens off, but waving them to help her down the stairs. Okay, I'm not buying it, but okay. The next day in the workroom, the queens were gathered around the work table. Well, not all of them. Mama Queen was missing. Well, not missing, delayed. She had to whip up a cake for Madame Madness because it was her birthday. Which I thought was odd because I didn't think any of them liked her. But before they could get their cake on, there was Rue's musically referenced video message, followed by Fred with this week's mini challenge. But not before she paraded out that prize dress again. Seriously, why so mean? This week's mini challenge was taking place in the library because reading is what? Fundamental. And to help them get in touch with their shady side was the mother of Holland's drag scene, Diva Mayday. I have to say I was worried to watch this challenge because I thought we could lose a lot in the translation, but I don't think that was the case. My favorite reads, well, Envy's sorry to see they're still testing makeup on animals. And by animals, she meant Cedergine. Heck, even Cedergine thought that was funny. And Mama Queen apologizing to Maddie Madness for not having a read for her because, well, she didn't expect her to make it to this episode. Abby's comment about the only thing safer than prep is Chelsea's look was super shady. But I even laughed. I can see some people taking offense. They're mostly on Twitter right now, telling me I'm wrong. Also, I thought JJ's retort to Maddie Madness's read, at least people want to touch me, would have been appropriate in a club or dressing room where no one's paying attention to two bitter queens. But this was the reading challenge. Couldn't JJ just let Madness be mediocre? Did she have to attack her with her own preconceived opinion of her desirability? Unnecessary. When the library was finally closed, the winners, yes, winners, to be Mama Queen and, surprise to me, Cedergine. I thought it would have been Envy myself, but, well, they didn't ask me. Right away, Cedergine started worrying, and I am sure she wasn't the only one. Madam Madness! Mama picked Abby and Chelsea for her team, and Cedergine picked JJ and Envy. That left, of course, Maddie last to be picked. Again. And again, Maddie got to pick the team she wanted to be on, so she picked Team Cedergine. The best of a bad bunch, I guess. Over on Team Mama, the queens seemed happy with their team. 3 is a magic number, especially when one of those numbers isn't Madam Madness. Why the hate? And then it was time for the Voguing Masterclass with Amber Vineyard and her legendary children. Right away during this rehearsal, it was clear that Holland's reigning queen of Vogue's crown was in no danger of being snatched. For all her dance talk, Abby's timing threw her whole team off. Well, that and the fact that everyone lived in fear of getting one of Mama Queen's high-heeled, mile-long limbs in the puss. But I'll say this about Mama Queen, I have never seen a tall, skinny body like hers be so graceful. Well done, Mama. Seriously. Ooh, I need a cocktail. I'm starting to see why no one likes Maddie. When Amber asked if everyone was comfortable with the duck walk, Maddie piped up that she'd be better at it than Cedergine. Did we not just see her vilify Abby? OMG for a little hand wave? Now Maddie wants to out and out shade Cedergine. It would have helped if Maddie had been better at the duck walk, but she wasn't. The next day, I just about lost it when the queens entered the workroom chanting, "I'm a little lady, I'm a little lady, I'm a little lady." I wish they'd shown footage of Amber Vineyard teaching them that move. Not that Bounce Little Kitty wasn't a hoot. It was just the specter of Cedergine being hunched down in those granny shoes that kept it from being cute. Of course, all the girls were feeling the after effects of their dance class. Envy was even covered in bruises, which makes me ask, did they edit footage of her falling down? Did a rumble break out between them and a rival house? Nope, just for Gillet. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Then, JJ asked if anyone was afraid about lip syncing, which is shade for, well, I won't be in the bottom, so sucks to be all of you. You know, I think JJ's starting to loosen up that rough exterior. No surprise that Maddie was worried, and rightly so. She definitely didn't burn up that dance floor yesterday, and her being in the bottom two the last 2 times was reason enough for her to worry about landing there a 3rd time. Seriously. And seeing as she felt she was going down in flames, she called out Cedergine to land there with her. Well, she wasn't wrong. As the queens got ready for the runway, Cedergine shared with JJ how she's had relationships end because of her doing drag. She explained that it's easier for her to tell them that she's a dancer until she gets to know them. I can't believe this, but I totally agree with JJ. Call the press. I think it would be easier to tell them you're a drag queen off the hop. If they're going to leave you anyway, better they do it before you get too attached. I mean, it's a big leap from that bastard to I'll never love again, or so I'm told. Then It happened. The moment when I knew Maddie Madness was going to be this week's eliminated queen. She shaved her beard. Every queen who's changed their look has gone home. Derek Barry with the eyebrows, Max with the gray wigs, even Milks at Temp at Glamour in season 7 sent her home. Have we learned nothing? Not that she didn't look adorable. Speaking of adorable, Envy Peru revealed to Chelsea that she was a chubby kid. And we all know what that means. The queen liked dessert. But that's no reason to harbor body issues. So, Envy was going to take a brave step towards self-love by mooning the judges. I mean, that's how I heard it. And then, another thing happened. Jean felt faint, or couldn't breathe, or something came over her. She had to be taken out of the studio to hydrate and cool off, poor thing. If you ask me, I think the idea of getting eliminated got the better of her. But no one asked me. And then it was time for the runway. Fred looked gorgeous in that green maxi dress. I'm so serious. Joining Fred, of course, was Nikki Plesson because, well, she got nothing else to do. Returning was actress Sonny Wallace-DeVray and Queen of Vogue Amber Vineyard. Category is Shine Bright Like a Diamond. Chelsea Boy was first, looking gorgeous in this ode to sunken treasure everywhere. The coral was beautiful. The heart was everything, and her makeup was exquisite. And those shoes? Shut up! I just wish her dress had been blue. Better yet, a blue ombre to look more like the bottom of the ocean. At best, I think it would have made all those diamonds stand out better. Next up was Abby OMG, and yes, she may be younger and thinner, but in all that silver material, she was giving me Jiggy Caliente baked potato couture. That wasn't shining bright like a diamond. That was reflecting bright like tinfoil. I'm so serious. I hate to say it, but I just love JJ's outfit. This is right up my alley. Art Deco diamond sheathed with a feathered skirt. Exquisite! But would somebody tell me why the hell she shoved that thirsty wig up under her bejeweled hoodie? Is it because it looked too much like Envy Peru's outfit? One thing's for sure, that wardrobe malfunction was a shame. That dress was nothing without the feathers. Thank God Mama Queen took off that hat wig. She was looking too much like Jeepers Creepers there for a minute, no offense. And thank God she did. That shiny diamondy number was way better. And then in the category of who wore it best, there was Envy Peru, giving us all kinds of disco Sharon Vegas extravaganza. This outfit was everything. The headpiece, the oversized boa. But what really set it apart from JJ? No wardrobe malfunction. Too soon? Madame Madness's ode to a chandelier was okay, but it was too timid, especially after the other queens. She didn't shine near as much. In fact, the shiniest thing about her costume was the mask that she took off. And no offense, but I'm not sure the payoff was worth it. I was completely underwhelmed by Maddie's makeup. I'm so serious. It's almost like the fact that she didn't have a beard there left her absolutely lost as to how to contour. Just me? Jean's super glammy nanny glowed like a ruby, as opposed to shining like a diamond. And as beautifully intricate as this outfit was, it looked more like a costume that a clown would be wearing in a 3-ring circus. You know when they have the clown family and one's the mother? That's what it reminded me of. It was even the peeing thing, her reaction to it, very clown. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I would have expected more diamond shining from her. And I think that the problem for her was, as a comedy queen, she was too afraid to commit to the glamour. And then it was time to see the queens dance battle. And all I can say is the winner of that dance-off was the editor. Talk about making a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Unfortunately, all that editing also made it very hard to get a real sense of anyone's performance. I'll tell you, the one thing that stood out for me was JJ stepping over Abby's splits there at the end. But beyond that, meh. As for the judges, I thought what Amber said to Jean about not giving up and running with it was beautiful. Plus, it was a nice way to soften the blow and announce that the House of Mama Queen was this week's winner. But that didn't mean that the House of Mama Queen was safe. All the queens would be judged individually. Well, that's not right. Chelsea Boy was first, and Amber couldn't say enough about her look, but Fred called her out on her cliffhangers. Her toes were poking out of her platforms like there was a prison break at Alcatraz. Well called, Fred. Mama Queen got read by Nikki Plesson for heels. Nikki thought they could be lower, which I don't agree with, but Nikki did have a point about the shoes drawing attention to her naked feet and away from her bling. Good call, Nikki. Who else was surprised? I'm surprised Abby didn't get called out on her lack of diamonds where her costume was concerned. The only thing Fred had to say to her was, lose the necklace. I agree. How many of those does she have? Will she be wearing copper next? Everyone loved Envy Peru's outfit. Of course they did. It was exquisite. Madame Madness got a little emotional from the tough love she got from the judges. They loved her look but wished she was more confident and owned it more. Nikki missed the beard, which was sweet because she was the one who told Madame Madness she hated her in the first place. Son of a... Everyone loved Sergine's runway and all could relate to getting peed on once or twice, even if they don't have kids. Fred. And Fred had only one question for JJ, and that was, what did she do when she saw Envy Peru's outfit backstage? The answer was cram that ugly wig up under her hoodie. It looks awful. And then it got real. Fred asked the queens to name who should be in the bottom two. Well, everyone picked Madame Madness and Abby OMG, including Madame Madness. Abby was the only one who picked Sergine and Madness. Back in the workroom, Abby had a meltdown over being picked by everyone to lip sync with Madness. But what really cut her to the quick was Envy calling her out. Personally, I would have lost respect for Envy if she hadn't picked Abby. She looked like a baked potato. I also love what Madness said to the other queens about her coming to Drag Race to explore her duality and thanking them for their input and helping her to grow beyond her 3 years of doing drag, which I interpreted as a very nice and diplomatic way to say, I'm not fooled by you haters, suck it. But I'm not bilingual. Back on the main stage, it was announced that Envy Peru was this week's winner, making this her second win to date. Landing in the bottom two, no surprise there, was Madame Madness and shock of shocks, Mama Queen. Oh, and the shocks didn't stop there. No. It was a Drag Race Holland first. Abby OMG was making this a 3-queen lip sync. Well, Envy wasn't the only one who peed a little. Hell, I peed a lot. But then I'm old. There was very little dancing during this lip sync, even though they were performing to Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. I will say this, Madame Madness looked like the only queen who was enjoying herself. So when the music stopped, Mama Queen and Abby OMG shantaed, and it was Madame Madness who sashayed away. Well, what do you think? Did the right queen go home? No offense to Abby, but she was not as interesting to me as Madame Madness was. So I would have rather have seen her sashay away, and not just so we can get another butt shot out of her either, although that would have been nice. What about Mama Queen? Her shoes weren't that ugly. Did she deserve to be in the bottom? Or was this just a hollow attempt to stir up drama? And what about Sergine? Some cracks are starting to show in her veneer too. Is she about due for a trip to the bottom too? All we can do is tune in to Drag Race Holland next week to see how it all falls out. And then when you're done, you come on back and you see me. Now before you go, please like this video if you did. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you want to support the Rainbow Railroad, me, or my channel, all the links are down below in the description box. Until next week, miss me! Mwah! Seriously, Jorge. A lot of drama. I'm not used to it.